Alright guys, we're back again. Had some questions about not being able to be at your draft and not wanting to auto draft, and no one likes it when you auto draft anyways. So how do you go about having ESPN pick the players that you want in the order you want without actually physically being at your draft? If you notice, mine's in 12 days. So I'm going to go through a quick thing on how to do that. So what you're going to do is go to your My Team page, your My Team tab, and then right under here, before your draft, you're going to have your pre-draft player rankings. You want to go ahead and click on that, and you're going to have all of your player rankings based on ESPN's 2015 projected stats. So what I like to do is I like to go by each position and rank the quarterbacks that I like the most for fantasy. Pretty much Aaron Rodgers is going to be number one. Andrew Luck's number two. I don't think too many people are going to have a big dispute there, especially with their projected points being very similar. However, Russell Wilson at number three might be a surprise to a lot of people. A lot of people like Ben Roethlisberger, Matt Ryan, maybe a Cam Newton that think they're going to potentially be better than Russell Wilson. So someone like Drew Brees, you might want him to be drafted third. So you're going to click on his name and just drag him up. And you're going to then go through here and rank all of your quarterbacks, and you can come down here at the bottom, hit show more, and you can rank all the quarterbacks that you want. And what I would do is I'd probably rank maybe my top 10, top 15 guys. If you look, the difference between number one and the quarterbacks is 395 points, and down here 10 quarterbacks down. So like Ryan Tannehill, Eli Manning, down there at 325, 331. Difference of about 70 points. You break that up over about 15 games. You're looking at about 6 points difference per game if I do my math right quickly off the top of my head. Not a huge difference there, so most people are going to be probably okay with that. You're going to do the same thing for your running backs, your wide receivers, your tight ends. Go ahead and rank all of these guys, and then just hit Save Rankings. You can also import from ESPN's default list or another list that you've already created. This is my second team with ESPN. And if you like one of those lists, you don't have to do this for every single league that you're in if you're all on ESPN. You can also search for a player specifically over here. But go ahead and do this, save your results, and that way you'll have all your players ranked. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to go back to My Team. And then this, right underneath that link that you're at before, you can click on Auto Pick Strategy. This is going to be dependent upon your league. We have a 16-team roster, and these are my max position limits for this particular league. And this is where it's going to get kind of tricky, because being live at the draft, if you start seeing quarterbacks coming off the board or wide receivers coming off the board, you're going to then probably change your draft based on what other people are drafting and who's available. Not being there, you're not going to be able to do that. But you can value each position. Running backs are typically the consensus for most valuable position, so your number one pick can be your running back. What this is going to do is when your auto draft time comes, ESPN will pick the running back that is the best available based on your player rankings that you did before. So if we set up, Jamal Charles or someone to be the best running back, and I'll show you again. We'll just open up a new tab right here and we'll jump back and forth. If we go to running back and we want Jamal Charles to be our number one running back, well, we're just going to click on his name. We're going to move him to the top of the list. We're going to save those settings. Come back over here, running back. If you have the number one pick, you're getting Jamal Charles. If you don't have the number one pick and he is still available, you're still getting Jamal Charles. Number two, if I want to go running back again, I'm going to set up running back. And if we look at our rankings on running back, assuming that Le'Veon Bell hasn't been taken already, you're going to get Le'Veon Bell. And this is going to go down. So as these players come off the board, your auto draft is going to be taking the next best player that you've ranked. So this is why your ranking is very important. When we come back here, you're going to go all here. Now, if you notice, I can take 4 running backs. If I want to take 4 running backs, I can do that. If I have it set up with 5 running backs, it will not allow me to draft a 5th running back. And because of that, ESPN will then give you the next best available player. So if you think about drafting positions, it will go all positions. If your running back positions are full, it's going to draft a wide receiver or a quarterback or a tight end. Whoever the best available is at that point, that's who's going to be drafted. And that's a quick way, guys, to set up your auto draft settings so that way you can have somewhat of a strategy if you can't make it at your draft.